Okay. Now this is a real life story when our client came and told us, when we were talking good investments, and he told us, my father, he had bought a flat in 1959. This is in Churchgate. This is an actual example. In Churchgate C Road, he had bought a flat at 59,000 rupees. Okay, that flat was sold for 2.5 crores. This obviously was a very small flat. Okay, it was sold for 2.5 crores this year. 59,000 rupees became 2.5 crores. Right? Which means this investment multiplied 423 times in 61 years. How much? 423 times in 61 years. What do you think is the return? How much is the return? Any guesses? Any guesses on the return percentage? Come on.
3.5%.
Sorry?
3.5%.
3.5. My God. Okay. Ballpark 12 to 14. Okay. Anybody thinks it's 100% plus? How many people think it's 100% plus?
100%.
Okay. How many people feel it is 50% plus? Between 50 and 100. Okay. How many people feel it is single digit, except one, of course. Single digit. Okay. Okay, so it's barely, it's not single digit, but it's just barely above single digit. It's 10.42%. And this obviously is not taken tax into account. If it pays tax, it will dip to single digits. So can you imagine? 423 times in 61 years and the return is only 10%. Why? How? The power of compounding. You cannot even begin to imagine how compound interest multiplies your money. Right? Human mind, except for those of you who are Shakuntala Devis or that kind of a thing, moment you have long periods, unless you can use the rule of 72, you will find out. Unless you use it and do it on pen and paper or do it on Excel, whenever anybody, even I have been foxed so many times. Okay? Nobody can calculate return without using Excel. My advice is don't try. Whenever a consultant is throwing large numbers at you, साहब इतना पैसा डालो इतना हो जाएगा, sit and calculate the return. If you don't know how to sit and calculate the return, use a consultant to calculate the return. Nobody, there is no thumb rule except the rule of 72. There is no other thumb rule that can help you do this. I have seen people formulas 423 divided by 61, things like that. None of them work. You do that over 100 years, it will be phenomenal. So the compounding works in a manner that there is no way you can think of it in your head. To calculate, don't try to estimate returns. It won't work. Okay? It just won't work. Plant was. He bought, I think, 100 shares in Wipro in 1980. He paid 10,000.
Somewhere between 5 crore to 6 crore.
Somewhere between 5 crores to 6 crores. Okay. Do I hear more? 48 crores. Okay. No, so this one isn't part of the workshop. It's actually 512 crores. Okay. It's 512 crores. And that's the value as on 20th June. And this does not include 100 plus odd crores that he has received in dividends. Okay? Right? Because he bought 100 shares at 100 rupees. And those 100 shares have grown to 96 lakh shares. And that 96 lakh shares, I think the price was about 533 on June 20th. And you do the math, it works out to 512 crores. My large numbers, right? What is the return percentage? 34 years. I will not even do the multiple, right? What is the return percentage? Take a guess. Okay. So, how much is it? Come on. Around 35%, double digit. How many people think triple digit? Okay. How many people think 4 digits? I warned all of you, right? This huge thing is because of the power of superb return by any stretch of imagination. Okay? But even this is 47 crores. 24 crores less. The 0.2 makes such a huge difference. Right? Again and again. Okay? You don't get blinded by large numbers. Calculate the return. And if you can't calculate, seek help. Unbiased help from somebody. This purpose of this workshop, at least if that one thing you understand, okay, you will realize how many times this hits you in your day-to-day life. All these people who come up to you, Sab, do this. Okay, moment you apply this test, you will realize that a lot of those investment options aren't giving as great a return as you think